सुही महला पंजमा गुरपुरी जब भई दयाल, दुख बिन से पूरन भई काल। पेख पेख जीवा दरस तुम्हारा, चरण कमल जाई बलहारा। तुझ बिन ठाकुर कवन हमारा, रहाओ साध संगत स्यों प्रीत बन आए। पूरब कर्म लिखत तुर पाए, जप हर हर नाम अचरज परताप। जाल न साखे तीने ताप, निमख न बिसरे हर चरण तुम्हारे। नानक मांगे दान प्यारे। When the perfect Lord blessed us with his benevolence, all our afflictions were cast away, making our efforts successful. O true Master, we live by perceiving a glimpse of your vision only and are a sacrifice to your lotus feet. There is no other supporter for us except you. Pause. We have developed love and devotion for the company of holy saints, which has been bestowed on us through great fortune as predestined by God's will. Let us recite the true name of the wonderful God, which gives us enough strength so that all the three afflictions could not harm us or burn us. O Nanak, I seek this boon from beloved God, that I may not forsake his lotus feet for a moment even. सुही महला पंजमा, से संजोग करहो मेरे प्यारे। जित रसना हर नाम उचारे, सुन बेनती प्रभु दीन दयाला। साध गाहे गुण सदा रसाला, रहाओ जीवन रूप सिमरण प्रभु तेरा। जिस कृपा करे बसे तिस नेरा, जन की भूख तेरा नाम आहार। तू दाता प्रभु देवण हार, राम रमत संतन सुख माना। नानक देवन हार सुजाना। May I be enabled to join the company of such holy saints, that I would always be reciting your true name with this tongue. O God, benefactor, supporter of helpless, I pray, listen to my prayers. The holy saints are always engaged in singing your praises and discussing your virtues. Pause. O true Master, recitation of your true name is only indication of the life pulsating in us. But whosoever is blessed with your grace and benevolence inculcates your love in his heart, realizing your presence within. O God benefactor, the true disciples are only satisfied with the recitation of true name. Their hunger is satisfied by partaking the food of true name, while you alone are bestowing this boon of true name on us all. O Nanak, the holy saints have enjoyed the bliss of life by reciting God's true name. May the God bless us with his grace as we have realized in him, our sole benefactor. सुही महला पंजमा, बहती जात कदे दृष्ट न तारत। मिथ्या मोह बंधे नित पारच, माधवे भज दिन नित रैणी। जन्म पदारत जीत हर सरणी, रहाओ। This foolish human being has never realized that this human life is fast dwindling and approaching its end, whereas this man is happy being engrossed in the greed and love of worldly falsehood and possessions. Let us always remember beloved God day and night, as it is only through his support that we could make this invaluable human life purposeful. Pause. करत विकार दो कर चारत, राम रतन रिद तिल नहीं तारत। परण पोखण संग औध बिहाणी, जय जगदीश के गत नहीं जानी। शरण समरथ गोचर स्वामी, udhar nanak prabh antar jami. This woman is engrossed in vicious thoughts and sinful actions and finally leaves this world empty handed, but has never cared to inculcate the love of invaluable God's true name in his heart. This fool wastes whole life in filling belly and getting fat. He has never realized the importance and realized the true God who is responsible for all success in life. O Nanak, the human being could cross this ocean of life successfully by reciting true name of omniscient God. The God Master is capable of supporting this human, though he is hidden from us and beyond our comprehension. सुही महला पंजमा साध संग तरह पै सागर हर हर नाम सिमर रत्नागर सिमर सिमर जीवा नारायण दुख रोग सोग सब बिन से गुरपुरे मिल पाप जायण रहाओ. Let us recite true name of God, who is fountainhead of the jewels of true name. We could cross this awful ocean of life successfully in the company of holy saints. I enjoyed this life by remembering God. When I got into the company of perfect Guru, all my ills, afflictions and sufferings were cast away. Pause. Jeevan padvi har ka naam मन तन निर्मल साच सुआव आठ पहर पार ब्रह्म त्याय पूरब लिखत होए ता पाय शरण पय जप दीन दयाला नानक जाचै संतर वाला. We have realized that the mainstay of this life and the benefactor of salvation is God's true name only. The benefit of this true name, its nectar-like taste, has been that our body and mind have been purified and we have attained perfection. Normally, it behoves us to recite God's true name all 24 hours, but if one is fortunate enough being predestined by God's will, then only one attains the bliss of reciting true name. O Nanak, we are reciting God's true name while seeking the dust of lotus feet of holy saints. We are meditating on your true name by seeking refuge at your lotus feet. May we be blessed with your grace. Suhi milla panjama karka kaj na jani ruda झूठे तंदे रचियो मूड़ा जित तू लावहीं तित तित लगना जा तू दे तेरा नाम जपना रहाओ. This foolish man is engrossed in the bondage of worldly falsehood, whereas the main purpose of this life of reciting God's true name has never been appreciated and realized by this human. O God, we could recite your true name only if you were to bestow us with true name through your grace. Pause. हर के दास हर से तेराते राम रसायन अंदिन माते बाह पकर प्रभ आपे काढ़े जन्म जन्म के टूटे गाते उधर स्वामी प्रभ कृपा तारे नानक दास हर शरण दुआरे. The slaves of God are always imbued with the love of God and immersed in His true name. They are in fact always immersed in the love of God, who is the source of all joy and bliss. God has saved us with His helping hand from bondage of worldly falsehood. People separated from true Master since ages have been united with God through His grace. O Nanak, I have sought the support of Him. O true Master, may I be enabled to cross this ocean of life successfully through your grace. Suhi mahalla panjama संत प्रसाद निचल कर पाया सर्ब सुख फिर नहीं डुलाया गुरु ध्याए हर चरण मन चीने ताते करते अस्थिर कीने रहाओ गुण गावत छुत बिनासी ताते काटी जम की फांसी कर कृपाली ने लड़ लाए सदा आनंद नानक गुण गाए. We have attained the true God, the real solace in support of the mind through the benevolence of holy saints, which has resulted in the eternal bliss and peace of mind. We have started reciting true name by concentrating our mind on the lotus feet of God through Guru's grace. The true Master has blessed us with the peace and tranquility of mind. Now we are completely immersed in love of true God all the time. Pause. Now we sing the praises of God, who is infallible and imperishable, thus releasing us from the noose of Yama's bondage. O Nanak, Vaheguru has imbibed us with his love through his grace, and we are enjoying the bliss of life by singing his praises. Suhi Mahilla Panjama Amrit Bachan Sadh ki Bani जो जो जपै तिसकी गत होवै हर हर नाम नित रसन बखानी रहाओ कली काल के मिठे कलेसा एको नाम मन मह परवेसा साधु तूर मुख मस्तक लाई नानक उतरे हर गुर सरणाई. The words of the holy saints sung by their tongue are sweet like the nectar of true name, which are precious like the jewels. Whosoever follows Guru's guidance attains salvation. We should also recite God's true name with the tongue every day. Pause. Once we got imbued with the love of God's true name in our heart, we attain peace and stability of mind. By being immersed in the true name, all our sins, ills, and afflictions of present age of Kaljug are cast away. O Nanak, we have applied the dust of the lotus feet of holy saints on our forehead, as it is purest and most precious boon. Now we have sought refuge at the lotus feet of such holy saints who are embodiment of God and have attained salvation. Suhi Mahalla Panjama Kar Tija Govinda Guna Gao Dayala Darshan Deho Puran Kirpala Rahao कर कृपा तुम ही प्रतिपाला जियो पिंड सब तुमरा माला अमृत नाम चले जप नाला नानक जाचे संत रवाला. O benevolent God, Gobind, an ocean of virtues, may you bestow on us a glimpse of your vision through your grace. We are always singing your praises. Pause. O true Master, we are protecting and sustaining the whole universe. May you bestow on us the boon of true name through your grace. This body, soul, and our very life is the wealth bestowed by you on us, and its protection and sustenance is also possible through your grace only. O Nanak, after the death, the nectar like God's true name and its recitation alone will accompany us to next world. So I would seek the dust of the lotus feet of holy saints, which could be applied on our forehead, thus getting immersed in God's love by reciting true name. Suhi Mahalla Panjama तिस बिन दूजा वर्ण कोई आपे थम मैं सच्चा सोई हर हर नाम मेरा आधार करण कारण समर्थ अपारहा सब रोग मिटावे नवा निरोआ नानक रखा पे होआ. There is no other power except the true God in this world. He is the benefactor of the whole universe, supporting it and sustaining us all. The God is the creator of whole world and sustains it with perfection. being the cause and effect of everything. The true Master is of the highest status, being the greatest power, and his true name is our only support and mainstay. Pause. O Nanak, the God has blessed us with a healthy body and youth by ridding us of all our afflictions. In fact, the true Master is our only protector and Savior. सुही महला पंजमा दर्शन को लोचे सब कोई पूरे पाक प्राप्त होई राव श्याम सुंदर तज नींद क्यों आई महामुनि दूता लाई. Everyone is longing and craving for a glimpse of God's vision, but only few fortunate people, predestined by God's will, are blessed with his glimpse. Pause. O friend, how could I get asleep by forgetting the beautiful God's powers? O woman, why are you engrossed in the love of the worldly falsehood, leaving aside the worship of God? In fact, all this miracle is due to the love of whole world for the charming falsehood which has enamored us in the love of worldly possessions, forsaking the God. प्रेम बिछोहा करत कसाई निर्दय जंत तिस दया न पाई अनिक जन्म बीतियन परमाई करवास न देवै दुत्तर माई दिन रैन अपना किया पाई किस दोष न दीजै किरत पवाई सुन साजन संत जन पाई चरण सर नानक गत पाई. The butchers, like wanton desires, anger, keep us away from the love of God by our separation from Him. They are so ruthless and merciless that they show no mercy to us. These vices pasture and torture us so much that we cannot concentrate with peace of mind. We have been going through the cycle of births and deaths since ages, forsaking the God. This man reaps the reward of one's own actions day and night. How could we blame anyone else, as we have to face the consequences of our own actions? We are led astray in our wanderings all over the world. O Nanak, we could attain salvation by taking the support of the lotus feet of God. O holy saints, I pray, listen to me and help me. राग सुही महला पंजमा कर चौथा एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद पली सुहावी छापरी जा में गुन गाए कित ही काम न तौल हर जित हर बिसराए रहाओ अनद गरीबी साध संग जित प्रभ चित आए जल जाओ हो बटपना माया लपटाए. The cottage or hut even is beautiful, wherein we sing the praises of God. O true Master, what good are the big buildings where we forget God, benefactor? Pause. O Vaheguru, even the poverty is blissful where we get the company of the holy saints and we remember the God Almighty. Let this richness and greatness be cursed wherein we have forgotten the God, being engrossed in the love of worldly falsehood, Maya. Pisen peace old kamari, sukh man santokhaye. ऐसो राज न किते काज जितने हैं तृपताए नगन फिरत रंग एक कै ओ शोभा पाए पाट पटंबर बिरथया जह रच लो भाए सब किछ तुम रहे हाथ प्रभु आप करे कराए सास सास सिमरत रहा Nanak dan paye. The real bliss could be enjoyed when there is hardly anything like a tattered blanket to cover the body and hardly anything to eat like the food of coarse grains only, but having peace and tranquility of mind. What is the use of such kingdom or land lordship when human is devoid of satisfaction and contentment, even when this human is moving around naked but with the love of God inculcated in heart, then one deserves all the praises and respect. As opposed to this, the richness of silken and costly clothes is purposeless and useless, by wearing which we are engrossed in vicious thoughts or sinful actions. O true Master, everything is under your control, and after creating all the beings, we are engaged in various functions and chores as directed by you. O Nanak, I only seek this boon from God that I may be enabled to recite His true name all the time, so that not a moment goes to waste without His worship. Sui Mahala Panjama Har ka Sant Paran Tan Tiska Panihara Pai Meet Sut Sagal Teji Hu Te Pyara Rao Kesa ka kar bijna Sant chaur tulavo Sis niharo charan tal tur mukh lavo. I would surrender my body, my life and wealth to your holy saint and serve him as a slave or a water carrier. In fact, the saint is my brother, friend and son. May he is dearer to me than all these people, as he is my very life and existence. Pause. O Vaheguru, I have only one longing and urge in my mind, that I should make a whisk of my hair and wave it over the head of the saints, serving them with devotion. I would like to place my head at their lotus feet and perceive a glimpse of the saints with my eyes, while applying the dust of their lotus feet on my forehead. मिष्ट बचन बेनती करो दीन की न्याय तज अभिमान सरणी परो हर गुण निध पाई अवलोकन पुनः पुनः करो जन का दरसार अमृत बचन मन में संचो बंदो बार बार चितवो मन आशा करो जन का संग मांगो नानक को प्रभ दया करे दास चरणी लागो. Then I would like to talk with humility and beseech them, thus seeking their support by getting rid of my egoistic tendencies. O God, the ocean of virtues, I may then attain unison with you through your grace by singing your praises. I would love to have a glimpse of my holy saints time and again, and to inculcate their nectar like sweet words in my heart and salute them time and again. I have only this belief, deliberating on one hope, that whenever I have any demands, I would approach the holy saints with my requests and prayers. O Nanak, may the God bless me with the support of lotus feet of His holy saints through His grace. Suhi Mahalla Panjama जिन मोहे ब्रह्मंड खंड ताहू में पाओ राख ले हो बिखई जियो देहो अपना नाओ रहाओ जाते नाही को सुखी ताके पाछे जाओ छोड़ जाए जो सगल को फिर लपटाओ करो कृपा करुणापते तेरे हर गुण गाओ नानक की प्रभ बेनती साध संग समाओ. The worldly falsehood which has enamored the whole universe with its love has ensnared me also, along with other beings, with its charm. My only prayer to you is to protect this human caught in the bondage of vices by inculcating the love of your true name in their heart through your grace. Pause. O God, I am suffering from the pangs of worldly falsehood which has never lent any comforts to anyone in this world. I have also wasted my whole life in the pursuit of gaining more of worldly possessions, whereas all these things are left behind after the death, and we proceed to next world empty-handed. O true Master, embodiment of grace and mercy, may you bless me with your grace and benevolence so that I could always sing your praises. O Nanak, may the God bestow me with the opportunity of joining the company of holy saints so that I could also merge with God. This is my only prayer to you. राग सुही महला पंजमा कार पंजमा पड़ताल एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद प्रीत प्रीत गुरिया मोहन लालना जप मन गोबिंद एक है अवर नहीं खोलेख है संत लाग मन है छाड़ दुबिदा की कुरिया रहाओ. O my beloved God, the greatest and purest love in the world is the love of the true Master. O my mind, let us recite God's true name, as nothing else will be of any avail, including various rituals or religious acts. The best way would be to get into the service of the holy saints, and by taking refuge at their lotus feet, one could cast away one's dual-mindedness and doubts. Thus let us follow the path of Guru, leaving the path of falsehood and doubts. Pause. Nirgun Hariya Sargun Tariya Anik Kothariya Pin 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 Kariya Vich Man Kotvariya Nij Mandar Phiriya Taha Anand Kariya Ne Mariya Ne Jariya. The unseen God has taken the form of three-pronged Maya in the seen and physical form, thus pervading all human beings. The body reproduces in the four different sources of creation and then sustains itself, while the mind is bestowed to take charge of all actions of the body. Then this human form, the God abides in there within this frame of body in a special place. The God himself enjoys the worldly pleasures in the human form with the help of 10 senses. The God never suffers death, nor is he pursued by old age, as he is free from the cycle of births and deaths. Kirtane juriya bao bid firiya par ko hiriya bikhna kiriya ab sadhu sang pariya har dware khariya darsan kariya nanak gur miriya bahur na firiya. O brother, then the true Master is involved in the world of the human being and passes through various forms of life and gets engrossed in sinful actions, coveting others' wealth and beauty. But when this human being gains the company of holy saints, then he perceives God by standing in front of his presence. So the people who are blessed with Guru's guidance do not pass through cycle of births and deaths, having attained the God. Suhi Mahalla Panjama Ras Mandal Kino Akhara Sagalo Saj Rakhyo Pasara Rao Bhobid Roop Ranga Para Pekhe Khusi Pogne Hara Sabras Let Bast Nirara Baran Chihin Nahi Mukh Nama Sara Kahin Na Joy Khel Tuara Nanak Reen Sant Charanara. This worldly drama has been enacted by you as a part of your wondrous play. Having created this universe, you are managing to sustain it also. Pause. You have created many forms of beings with different shades and colors. God pleases himself by perceiving all his creation and enjoys worldly pleasures in different forms of beings. In the form of living beings, he enjoys all the pleasures and then remains aloof as well. He has no physical appearance without having any white or other color, having no more, no hair on face or any form of flesh. He is beyond any description. O true Master, your worldly drama is known to you alone, as it is beyond our comprehension and indescribable. O Nanak, may the God bestow on us on the dust the lotus feet of his saints through his grace, so that with humility we may attain unity with him. This is our only prayer to the God. Suhi Mahalla Panjama Tau me aya sarni aya Parose aya kirpa aya Jyun pave tyun rakho Swami Marg gure pathaya raha Mahaduttar maya Jaise pavan chulaya सुन सुन ही डराया कर रो त्रम राया ग्रह अंध को पाया पावक सगराया गही ओठ साधाया नानक हर त्याया अब मैं पूरा पाया. I've sought the support of that one and only divine when the Guru enabled me to follow the path shown by holy saints. Now I am fully convinced that God pervades all the beings equally, but I have gotten faith in him only through his grace and benevolence. My request and pleasure to God is that he may direct me in my doings as it pleases him, as the Guru's guidance has shown this clear path of self-surrender. Pause. The charm of Maya, worldly falsehood, is such that it is difficult to avoid it, overcome it, like the gust of wind over which we have no control. Similarly, we have no control over this Maya, worldly falsehood. By hearing all these things, one gets afraid of God of justice, Dharamraj, that he could be very harsh. This householder's life is like a blind well, while the world is like an ocean of fire full of worldly desires. But now we have sought the support of the holy saints. O Nanak, we now recite through God's name and enjoy his bliss. Now we have realized your complete vision, having had your glimpse, and are fully merged with you. राग सुही महला पंजमा कर छेवा एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद सतगुरु पास बेनंतिया मिले नाम आधारा तुठा सच्चा पातशाह ताप गया संसारा भगता की टेक तू संता की ओट तू सच्चा सिरजनहारा Raha. O Guru, may you bestow me with your true name as my support. This is my only prayer to you. When that God got pleased with me, all my worldly ills and afflictions were cast away through his grace and benevolence. O God Creator, you are our benefactor, enlightening us with your grace, and you are mainstay of your saints who recite your true name in a state of peace and tranquility. Pause. Sach teri samagri, sach tera darbara, sach tere khajiniya, sach tera pasara, tera roop gam hai, anup tera darsara. हाँ कुर्बानी तेरे आ सेवका जिन हर नाम प्यारा सब इच्छा पूरियां जा पाया गम पारा Guru Nanak milya par brahm, Teriya charana ko balihara. The wealth of your virtues is also real and true, while the company of your holy saints is equally true and blissful. Your will is an embodiment of truth, along with the treasure of your true name and the hearts of your holy saints, which are equally pure and true. O Vaheguru, it is rather difficult, impossible to attain a glimpse of your vision while you are beyond our reach, and your glimpse is a wonderful experience. I always offer myself as a sacrifice to your slaves and holy saints who are endeared to your true name. I've gotten all my desires fulfilled once I attain the limitless God who is beyond our comprehension and reach. O Nanak, I am a sacrifice to the lotus feet of God, whom I have been enabled to attain through the Guru's grace. राग सूही महला पंचमा कर सतवा एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद तेरा पाना तू है मनाए है जिसनो होए दयाला साई भगत जो तुद पावे तू सर्ब जिया प्रतपाला मेरे राम राय संता टेक तुम्हारी जो तुद पावै सो परवान मन तन तुम्हें आधारी रहाओ तू दयाल कृपाल कृपानिध मनसा पूर्ण हारा भगत तेरे सब प्राण पत प्रीतम तू भगतन का प्यारा. Such people who are blessed with your grace, they are enabled to follow your dictates as per your will, without any murmur, with great pleasure. The real worship lies in your acceptance and pleasure. O true Master, you are the benefactor of all beings, maintaining and sustaining them all. O my God, your saints depend only on your support, as they accept your will with pleasure and as it pleases you. You are the mainstay of the body and soul of your saints. Pause. O Vaheguru, you're always the ocean of grace and the benefactor of your mercy, fulfilling all our desires and needs. O God spouse, sustainer of life, all the saints are dear to you, and you are the dearest friend of the saints. तू अथा पार तुझा कोई अवर न तेरी पाते इहो अरदास हमारी स्वामी विसर नाही सुख दाते दिन रैण सास सास गुण गावा जी स्वामी तुध पावा नाम तेरा सुख नानक मांगे साहिब तुठे पावा. O true Master, you are the greatest and the highest power, too deep for our probe, and there is no one else at par with you. O God, the Master of all bliss, we pray to you that we may be enabled to remember you always without forsaking you even for a breath, so that we may attain salvation by reciting true name. O true Master, may I be blessed with this benediction that I could sing your praises with every breath if you are truly pleased with me. O Nanak, I only seek this favor from God that I may be blessed with true name. We cannot attain true name without the grace of God, which could be recited only when He is pleased with us and our service. सुही महला पंचमा विसरे नाही जित तू कब सो थान तेरा केहा आठ पहर जित तुध त्याई निर्मल होवै देहा मेरा राम हो सो थान पालन आया खोजत खोजत भया साध संग तिन शरणाई पाया रहा. What type of abode is yours? where we could not forget your remembrance and recite your true name all 24 hours in that abode and get our purity purified. O my Vaheguru, I have come to seek your abode and attain the company of holy saints in that effort. Thus I have attained unison with you through the knowledge of true name gained by seeking refuge at the lotus feet of the saints. Pause. वेद पढ़े पढ़ ब्रह्मे हारे, एक तिल नहीं कीमत पाए, साधिक सिद्ध फिरे बिल लाते, ते भी मोहे माए। 10 अवतार राजी हुए वरते, महादेव अवतुता, तिन भी अंत न पायो, तेरा लाए थके विभूता। सहज सुखानंद नाम रस हर संति मंगल गाया, सफल दर्शन पेट्यो गुरु नानक ताऊ, मन तन हर हर त्याया। O Vaheguru, even gods like Brahma, through their study and knowledge of Vedas, have failed in their efforts to evaluate your greatness or realize your secrets. Even the Siddhas and mendicants engaged in your worship are seen wailing and crying at their failure, as they are also caught in the bondage of worldly falsehood Maya. O Vaheguru, even the 10 main incarnations out of the 24 incarnations, including the great kings of the world and gods like Shiva, have tired themselves out of smearing ash on the body without realizing your secrets, your limits. O holy saints, by singing the praises of God, have attained the eternal bliss through recitation of true name. O Nanak, once I got in touch with the true Guru, who could unite us with Vaheguru. I have recited his true name with love and devotion, with body and soul, and got blessed and acclaimed through it. Suhi Mahalla Panjama, कर्म तरम पाखंड जो दीसे, तिन जम जागाती लूटे, निर्बाण कीर्तन गावो करते का, निमक सिमरत जित छूटे। संतो सागर पार उतरिए, जे को बचन कमावे संतन का, सो गुर प्रसादी तरिए रहा। Whatever rituals and formal religious acts we perform, we are looted by the Yama as a fine, and there will be no importance attached to such acts in the God's presence. Such formal rituals are total waste, having no value. In fact, let us sing the praises of God with love, even for a moment, so that we could get rid of all our afflictions, the bondage of the Yama. O saints, it is through Guru's grace that we could cross this ocean of life. In case any person follows Guru's teachings, then one will be able to attain salvation through the Guru's grace. Pause. कोट तीरथ मजन स्नाना, इस कल में मैल परी जाए, साध संग जो हर गुण गावे, सो निर्मल कर ली जाए। वेद कतेब सिमरत सब शास्त्र, इन पढ़िया मुकत न होई, एक अक्षर जो गुरमुख जापै, तिसकी निर्मल सोई। Some people visiting the various holy places of pilgrimage, millions of such places in the present age of Kali Yuga, and bathing there, get filled with egoism. But such people who sing the praises of God in the company of holy saints, they are the one who actually purify their mind. O brother, one cannot attain salvation by just studying Vedas, Quran, Shastras, Smritis. But the Guru-minded people who understand the meaning of Vahiguru's name, of God's name, they get truly acclaimed and praised. Khatri Brahmana Sud Vais Upadesh Chau Varna Kau Sancha Gurmukh Naam Japai Uthare So Kal Mein Kat Kat Nanak Mancha. The Guru's teachings are common to all the castes, including Khatris, Brahmins, Shudras, and Vaishya, 4 Hindu castes. O Nanak, in this age of Kal Yuga, the Guru-minded people who recite true name and perceive the same God pervading all the beings equally through Guru's guidance, they attain salvation. Sui Mahila Panjama जो किछ करे सोई प्रभु माने वही राम नाम रंग राते तिनकी शोभा सबनी थाई जिन प्रभु के चरण पराते मेरे राम हर संता जे वडना कोई भगता बण आई प्रभु अपने स्यों जल थल मैयल सोई राव कोट पराधि संत संग उतरै जम ताकै नीर न आवै जन्म जन्म का बिछड़िया होवै तिन हर स्यों आन मिलावै माया मोह परम पौ काटै संत शरण जो आवै जेहा मनोरथ करा राधै सो संतन ते पावै जन की महिमा के तक बरनौ जो प्रभु अपने पाणे कहो नानक जिन सतगुर पेटिया से सब ते भय निखाणे. The holy saints are always attuned to the love of God's name. Whatever Vahiguru causes to happen is accepted by them. Those who fall at the feet of God are respected everywhere. O my Vahiguru, no one is as great as the God's saints. The devotees are in harmony with their God. He is in the water, the land, the sky. Pause. Millions of sinners have been saved in Sat Sangat. The messenger of death does not come to them. Those who have been separated from God for countless incarnations are reunited with God again. Attachment to Maya, doubt, fear are removed when one enters sanctuary of saints. Whatever wishes come in their mind, they are obtained from the saints. How can I describe the glory of God's humble servants? They are pleasing to their God. O Nanak, those who meet the true Guru become independent of all obligations. Suhi Mahila Panjama Maha Agan te tud haath de rakhe pai teri saranai तेरा मान तान रिद अंतर होर दूजी आस चुकाई मेरे राम राय तुध चित आये ऊपरे तेरी टेक परवासा तुमरा जप नाम तुम्हारा उधरे रहा. Vahiguru has protected those people with helping hand who have sought his support, who have sought refuge at his lotus feet against the fire of holy falsehood. O Vahiguru, we depend on your love and strength with pride and faith in you alone, ridding us of the support of others. O true Master, O God, whenever we remember you by reciting your true name, we are enabled to cross this ocean of life successfully. I have sought your support with confidence in mind while reciting your true name with the tongue. That has enabled me to attain salvation. Pause. अंधकूप ते काढ़ लिए तुम आप भये कृपाला सार संभाल सर्ब सुख दिए आप करे प्रतिपाला अपनी नदर करे परमेसर बंधन काट छड़ाए। अपनी भगत प्रभ आप कराए आपे सेवा लाए। परम गया पै मोह बिनासे मिटया सगल विसूरा। नानक दया करी सुख दाते भेटया सतगुर पूरा। I have attained true name through your grace that has enabled me to attain salvation by getting free from the bondage of this world like the blind well. Then you have sustained me fully, blessing me with all the worldly comforts. You have removed my bondage of worldly falsehood through your grace and saved me from my doubtful wanderings in the world. O true Master, it is through your grace that you have blessed me with your worship through your service. All my doubts and misgivings have been cast away along with the worldly love, and my shortcomings or vicious thoughts have come to an end. O Nanak, I have attained the eternal bliss through God's grace by being united with the perfect Guru. सूही महला पंजमा जब कछ न सियो तब क्या करता। कवन करम कर आया अपना खेल आप कर देखे। ठाकुर रचन रचाया मेरे राम राय मुझते कछु न होई। आपे करता आप कराए सर्व निरंतर सोई रहा। When this human being was unable to do anything in mother's form, then what was he doing living in the mother's body? It was all due to Vaheguru's grace that this human was brought out of that form into the world for some of all the performed earlier good actions. O true Master, you have enacted this worldly drama yourself and are watching it from a distance as you have created this universe yourself. I am not capable of doing anything. You alone are enabling all human beings to perform certain actions as you are the creator of all, being present within them, pervading all the bodies. Pause. गणती गणी न छूटै कतहु काची देहि आणी। कृपा करो प्रभ करणै हारे तेरी बख्श निराली। जी जंत सब तेरे कीते घट घट तू ही ध्याइयै। तेरी गत मित तू है जान है कुदरत कीम न पाइयै। निर्गुण मुगध जान ज्ञानी कर्म धर्म नहीं जाना। दया करो नानक गुण गावे मिठा लगे तेरा पाना। This human body of ours is being dissipated slowly while we are ignorant beings with little intelligence and cannot attain freedom from this bondage if we have to account for all our actions. O true God, may you bless us with your grace, which is wonderful and completely distinct, the cause and effect of everything. O God, may we be bestowed with your benevolence. All the beings, big and small, are your creation, while you are pervading in all hearts. You alone know the secret of your wonderful nature, whereas we cannot evaluate it, as it is beyond our comprehension. I am totally ignorant, foolish, virtueless, without any wisdom. I cannot understand your system of working. O Nanak, may the God bless me with the boon of singing His praises always through His grace. May I follow your dictates as per your will with pleasure, and give me strength to accept it without a murmur. Suhi mahalla panjama पागठड़े हर संत तुम्हारे जिन कर तन हर नामा। परवान गणीम से यह आए सफल तिना के कामा। मेरे राम हर जन कै हों बल जाई केसा का कर चवर तुलावा, चरण तूड़ मुख लाई रहा. The holy saints who possess the wealth of your true name in their hearts are truly the rich traders, and their life in this world is a real success with all their desires fulfilled. I would offer myself as a sacrifice to the holy saints and would wave the whisk over their heads made out of my hair and apply the dust of their lotus feet on my forehead. Pause. जन्म मरण दुह में नाही, जन परोपकारी आए. जी दान दे भगति लायन, हर स्यों लैन मिलाए. सच्चा अमर सच्ची पात साही, सच्चे से तीराते. सच्चा सुख सच्ची वड्याई, जिसके से तिन जाते. पखा फेरी पानी ढोवा, हर जन कै पीसण पीस कमावा. नानक की प्रभु पास बिनती, तेरे जन देखण पावा. The true disciples of Vaheguru have been born in this world for the benefit of others. As they are free from the cycle of births and deaths, they bestow the gift of God's worship through their teachings to other human beings and unite them with the God finally. True is your will and equally true is your kingdom, which never perishes. Such people are imbued with the love of God. O Vaheguru, your bliss is permanent and ever existent, and they are always immersed in it. As such, your greatness is true and pure always. You alone know the virtues of your true saints. I only wish and am longing for serving your holy saints by fanning them and carrying water for them and grinding flour in company of your holy saints, thus serving them humbly. O Nanak, I only beseech the God to bless me with the glimpse of the slave of his holy saints and unite with him by reciting true name. Suhi Mahalla Panjama, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर सतगुर आपे करणे हारा. चरण तोड़ तेरी सेवक मांगे, तेरे दर्शन को बलिहारा. मेरे राम राय ज्यों राखे त्यों रहिए, तुध पावे ता नाम जपावे, सुख तेरा दिता लहिए. रहाओ मुकत भुगत जुगत तेरी सेवा, जिस तू आप कराए. ताहो बैकुंठ जय कीर्तन तेरा, तू आपे शरदा लाए है. सिमर 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 नाम जीवा, तन मन होए निहाला. चरण कमल तेरे तोए तोए पीवा, मेरे सतगुर दीन दयाला. कुर्बान जाई उस वेला, सुहावे जित तुमरे द्वारे आया. नानक को प्रभु भय कृपाला, सतगुर पूरा पाया. The Satguru, true Guru, is the transcendent God, the supreme God. He himself is the creator God. Your disciple begs for the dust of your feet. I am sacrificed to the blessed vision of your darshan. O my supreme God, as you keep me, so do I remain. When it pleases you, I chant your name. You alone can grant me peace. Pause. Liberation, comfort, and proper lifestyle come from serving you. You alone causes us to serve you. That place is heaven, where kirtan of Vaheguru's praises is sung. You yourself instill faith into us. Meditating in remembrance on Naam, I live. My mind and body are enraptured. I wash your lotus feet and drink in this water. O my true God, my Guru, O merciful to the meek, I am sacrificed to that most wonderful time when I came to your door. O Nanak, God has become compassionate to me. I found the perfect true Guru, Satguru. Suhi Mahalla Panjama, तुद चित आए महानंदा, जिस विसरे सो मर जाए। दयाल होए जिस ऊपर करते, सो तुद सदा ध्याए। मेरे साहिब तू मैं मान निमाणी, अरदास करी प्रभु अपने आगे। सुन सुन जीवा तेरी बाणी, रहाओ चरण तूड़ तेरे जन की होवा। तेरे दर्शन को बल जाए, अमृत बचन हृदय उर तारी। तो कृपा ते संग पाए, अंतर की गत तुद पहसारी। तुद जेवड़ अवर न कोई, जिसनो लाए ले सो लागे। भगत तुहारा सोई, दुए कर जोड़ मांगो एक दाना। साहिब तुठे पावा, सास सास नानक आराधे। आठ पहर गुण गावा। O Vaheguru, such people who remember and recite your true name, they attain the real bliss of life. Whereas those people who forget you, they are as good as dead while leading this life. O God Creator, person blessed with your grace, always recites your true name. O my true Master, you alone could bestow honor and greatness to a helpless and humble person like me. My only prayer to you is that I may be enabled to live this life by listening to your sweet words, Guru's words. Pause. O Vaheguru, I would like to be the dust of the lotus feet of slaves of your saints, and would sacrifice myself to a glimpse of your vision. I have only one desire, to inculcate the love of Guru's sweet words in my heart, but it is only through your grace that we get the company of holy saints. O Vaheguru, there is no one else as great as yourself, or a benefactor like you, who would realize our state of mind. Such people who are guided on the right path, they get immersed in your worship. O true Master, may I be blessed with your grace, which is my only request, with folded hands to you, if it pleases you. O Nanak, may the God enable me to recite his true name with every breath. O Vaheguru, may I be enabled to sing your praises all the 24 hours. Suhi Mahalla Panjama, जिसके सिर ऊपर तू स्वामी, सो दुख कैसा पावे। बोल न जाने माया मद माता, मरना चीत न आवे। मेरे राम राय तू संता का संत तेरे, तेरे सेवक को पाओ किछ नाही, जम नहीं आवे नेरे। रहाओ जो तेरे रंग राते स्वामी, तिनका जन्म मरण दुख नासा। तेरी बख्श न मेठे कोई, सतगुर का दिलासा। नाम त्यायन सुख फल पायन, आठ पहर आराधे। तेरी शरण तेरे परवासै, पंच दुष्ट लै साधे। ज्ञान ध्यान किछ कर्म न जाना, सार न जाना तेरी। सब ते वड्डा सतगुर नानक, जिन कल राखी मेरी। When you stand over our heads, O God and Master, how can we suffer in pain? The mortal being does not know how to chant your name. He is intoxicated with Maya, and thought of death does not even come to his mind. O my God, you belong to saints, and the saints belong to you. Your disciples are never afraid of anything. The messenger of death cannot approach them. Pause. Those who are attuned to your love, they are released from the pains of birth and death. No one can erase your blessings. The true Guru has given me this assurance. Those who meditated on Nam 24 hours a day, they worship and adore you and obtain the fruit of peace. In your sanctuary, with your support, they subdue the 5 villains. I know nothing about wisdom, meditation, and good deeds. I know nothing about your excellence. Satguru Nanak is the greatest of all. He saved my honor in this dark age of Kali Yuga. Suhi Muhalla Panjama Sagal त्याग गुर सरणी आया राखहु राखन हारे जित तू लावे तित हम लागे क्या ही जंत विचारे मेरे राम जी तू प्रभ अंतर जामी कर कृपा गुरुदेव दयाला गुण गावा नित स्वामी रहा I've abandoned all the worldly pleasures and have now sought refuge at the lotus feet of the Guru. O God Protector, may I be saved from the ravages of this world ocean. In fact, the human beings are engaged in various occupations as directed by your will, since the humans have no say and nothing is in their control. O Vaheguru, you are our true Master, knowing all our inner feelings, being omniscient. O benevolent God, enlightener, may I be blessed with your grace and the boon of singing your praises every day. Pause. आठ पहर प्रभु अपना ध्याये गुरु प्रसाद पाओ तरिये आप त्याग होइए सब ऋणा जीवित आयो मरिए सफल जन्म तिसका जग भीतर साध संग नाउ जापे सगल मनोरथ तिसके पूरन जिस दया करे प्रभु आपे दीन दयाल कृपाल प्रभु स्वामी तेरी शरण दयाला कर कृपा अपना नाम दीजै नानक साधर वाला. O true Master, we recite your true name all the 24 hours, considering you as the greatest protector and savior, and with Guru's grace, wandering at the worldly ocean with awe. O true Master, may I be blessed with your grace so as to become extremely humble like the dust of the feet of all by getting rid of my egoistic tendencies. Thus I could lead a life of humility with enlightenment of my soul, the life of a person who recites true name in the company of holy saints is truly fruitful. Such a person who is bestowed with God's grace gets all desires fulfilled. O God benefactor, may I be blessed with your mercy and grace as I have sought your support. O Nanak, may the God bestow the boon of true name on us through his grace, along with the dust of the lotus feet of the saints, so that we could serve the God. राग सूही अष्टपदियाँ महला पहला कर पहला एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद सब अवगण में गुण नहीं कोई क्यों कर कंत मिलावा होई ना मैं रूप न बंके नैना ना खुल टंग न मीठे बैणा रहाओ सहज श्रृंगार कामण कर आवे तां सुहागण जाकन तै पावे. How could I gain unison with the God's spouse when I am full of all vicious and sinful qualities without a single virtue. O true Master, neither have I any beautiful appearance, nor do I possess any beautiful eyes, neither do I belong to an honorable family, nor do I possess a proper and good mode of action or sweet language. So how could I deserve your union? Pause. The sick disciple could gain access to God when one develops virtuous qualities with good deeds in the company of holy saints in peace of mind, thus taking refuge at the lotus feet of the Guru. It is only when one's appearance and conduct pleases God's spouse then one could attain the true God, like the wedded woman gaining access to her spouse. ना तिस रूप न रेख्या काई, अंत न साहिब सिमरिया जाई, सुरत मत नाही चतुराई, कर कृपा प्रभु लावो पाई, खरी सियाणी कंत न पाणी, माया लागी परम पुलाणी, हों में जाई ता कंत समाई, तौ कामण प्यारे नवनिध पाई, अनिक जन्म बिछरत दुख पाया, कर गए ले हो प्रीतम प्रभराया, पणक नानक सौ है भी होसी, जय पावे प्यारा तेरा वेसी. The God does not possess either any form, symbol, or shape, and if we fail to serve Him now in this life, we will never get another chance to sing His praises again. O true Master, I do not possess any wisdom or cleverness, even, and have not developed love for you. I pray to enable me to fall at your lotus feet through your grace. This woman engrossed in worldly falsehood is lost in whims and doubts, thus losing the confidence and approval of God's spouse. Even though one may be clever enough in daily chores, it is only by ridding oneself of one's ego that one could find merger with God's spouse, gaining the bliss of true God through His love. O true Master, having separated from you, we have suffered through many births in different forms of life. May you protect me from all ills by holding my hand, O beloved God. O Nanak, the true God is ever existent in all the three ages that has enabled a person to unite with Him only when he likes Him and develops love for Him. सुही महला पहला कर नौवा एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद कच्चा रंग कुसुम्ब का थोड़ड़िया दिन चार जियो बिरनावे प्रम पूलिया ठग मुट्ठी कुड़ियार जियो सच्चे से तीरत्या जन्म न दूजी वार जियो रंगे का क्या रंगिया जो रत्ते रंग लाए जियो रंगण वाला सेविया सच्चे स्यों चित लाए जियो रहाओ. The pleasure and joy of worldly vices and sinful actions is temporary and unreal that lasts for a few days. The human being is being robbed by robbers and cheats like vicious thoughts due to their unreal charm and joy, and this human is engrossed and lost in the love of worldly pleasures and sinful actions. But people imbued with the love of true God have been saved from going through the cycle of births and deaths. Such people who are immersed in the recitation of true name, having inculcated the love of God in their hearts, need no other worldly pleasures to enjoy the bliss of life. It thus behoves us to recite God's true name by serving the Guru, who could bless us with the bliss of true name. Pause. Chari kundaye ji pave बिन पागा तन नाही जियो अवगण मुट्ठी जे फिरै बधिक थाए ना पाहे जियो। गुर राखे से उपरे शब्द रत्ते मन माहे जियो। चिट्टे जिनके कपड़े मैले चित्त कठोर जियो। तिन मुख नाम न उपजै दूजै व्यापे चोर जियो। मूल न बूझे आपना से पशुआं से टोर जियो। Even if the human being wanders around the four corners of the world, trying to gain the wealth of the world, but without good fortune and Vahiguru's will, he cannot get these desires fulfilled. Human engrossed in vicious and sinful actions cannot find any solace or peace of mind by controlling these vices and sins, like a deserted woman running around in search of peace but gets dishonored everywhere. Similarly, this mortal could save oneself from effects of vices through Guru's teachings and inculcate the love of God in the heart through the Guru's guidance. There are some people who pose to be very virtuous from outer appearance and appear to be religious, proclaiming about their good deeds, but they are basically cruel, even going to the extent of killing others. They are engrossed in vicious thoughts due to their dual-mindedness, and they never recite God's true name. Their mind is always busy in getting others' possessions or amassing worldly things by unfair means. In fact, they are functioning with a base mind like a donkey, and they are non-believers without having any self-realization, and they function with animal instincts. नित नित खुशियाँ मन करे, नित नित मंगै सुख जियो। करता चित न आवई, फिर लगे दुख जियो। सुख दुख दाता मन वसै, तित तन कैसी पुख जियो। बाकी वाला तलबियै, सिर मारे जंदार जियो। लेखा मंगै देवना, पुछै कर विचार जियो। सच्चे की लिव उबरै, बख्शे बख्शनहार जियो। Human is always running after worldly pleasures and desires to enjoy the bliss of life all the time, being ignorant, and suffers through the cycle of births and deaths without even remembering that God benefactor. But the person who inculcates the love of God in one's heart overcomes these worldly desires. How could such a person suffer from hunger for more and more worldly pleasures and desires, and this person feels always satisfied? People who are engrossed in love of sinful actions are summoned before God of justice and punished by the Yama with the rods. The individuals, they have to account for their actions. After deliberation of their action, they are punished and awarded with this punishment. People who have developed love for God, they are pardoned and saved from the punishment of Yama. Ann ko ki jai mitra, खाकर लय मर जाए जियो। बहु रंग देख बुलाया, पुल पुल आवे जाए जियो। नदर प्रभु ते छुटी है, नदरी मेल मिलाए जियो। Individual finally mingles with the dust after death, so how could one help any other person? Such a person, misled by the charm of Maya, always wanders around in desperation, watching the wondrous worldly drama of God, and is passed through the cycle of births and deaths. But when one is blessed with the company of holy saints through God's grace, one gets united with God and is saved from the cycle of births and deaths. गाफल ज्ञान विहोणिया गुर बिन ज्ञान न पाल जियो खिंचो ताण विगुचिए बुरा भला दुई नाल जियो बिन शब्द पैरत्या सब जो ही जमकाल जियो जिन कर कारण तारिया सब सै दे आधार जियो सो क्यों मनु विसारियै सदा सदा दातार जियो नानक नाम न विसरै निधारा आधार जियो। O ignorant human, why are you in search of knowledge, being completely ignorant and unaware of Vaheguru's secrets? And why are you lethargic? Your actions and deeds, good or bad, will accompany you and cause you sufferings. This mind wanders around due to worldly attractions. You are surrounded by the fear of death due to your good and bad actions and the absence of Guru's guidance, Guru's word. All human beings have to face death one day, and they are afraid of death due to the fear of Yama's punishment. The God is the creator of the universe, being the cause and effect of everything, and has created the world with the combination of 5 elements and then sustains the whole universe with his support, being the source of all life. Why should we forget Vaheguru, who is the benefactor of all, bestowing all his benedictions on us? O Nanak, may the God enable me never to forsake the true Master, who is the support of helpless people. This is my only prayer to Vaheguru.